check swing, but he went too far. And it's 0-2. Swings through it for the... Welcome back to WBC opening round action here at Lone Depot Park in Miami, Florida, USA. All right, Singy. Croquetas for... Oh, now this is drilled to center. Way back there. On its way and gone. He wastes no time on this one. Stepping in, Nick Sogard. Line drive, that's a base hit. And that puts the tying run on base.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
On the ground, could be two. Good feed, that's one. On to first, double play. Base is empty after the double play. Caleb Durbin, the next to hit. This one in the air, center field. And that'll do it. Back here at Lone Depot Park. Now a very odd decision. They intentionally walked the leadoff guy. Cuthbert on at first. Nobody out. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Sogard under it. And there's one down. Digging in is the switch-hitting outfielder, Juan Montez.
This guy absolutely flies. The defense wants to turn two, but they've got to get a ball they can do it with. Make sure you get the first out before you try to rush and get two and end up with nothing.
Abreu has a beat on it. Out number two. Back to the top of the lineup, Jeter Downs will hit next. He was late there, strike one. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Lynn in position, and that is the third out. It's the WBC. Glad to have you back. Digging in, Wilyer Abreu. That one is absolutely belted. Carrying well. Slams into the wall and hangs on. So digging in, Connor Wong.
Oh, that's out.
Ripped to short. First two batters retired here in the top of the third. So they're down to their final out. Now here is Dustin Pedroia. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Fires to first on the run. And that'll do it. And your final score here today, 2-1. They hang on to win it by a run. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon. inning ready to get underway. Dustin Pedroia digs in now. And away we go this afternoon.
First pitch, 107.
Comebacker to the mound. Throws to first. One out in the top of the first. And now the DH, Ceddanne Rafaela. In the air, right field. And there are two down. Here's Trevor Story. That one found hard the other way. 2 down, nobody on.
0-1. Ball, that's inside.
The 2-2 on the way. That one missed. Swings here and blasts one left field. That one carrying. And it is out of here. So 2 down. Now here is David Ortiz. And a foul ball. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Ahead 0-2 in the count. Sure, you've got 4 pitches you can work with, but throw something you can command and get this at bat over with as quickly as possible.
Hard ground ball, base knock. And that extends the inning.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one
They get the force. Jeter downs to the plate here. Now a very odd decision. They intentionally walked the leadoff guy. Emmanuel Trujillo now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Swings and misses, struck him out. Mark Vientos at the plate now. That's ball 1. Now there's a bullet down the line. And foul ball. Swings through that one. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Stepping in, Chase Darcy.
Typically, the outfield defense will play a little bit deeper just to keep the ball in front, make sure that runner on first doesn't come all the way around to score and tie this ball game up.
Blows the high heat. Welcome back, and we've got a new arm on the mound to start the second. Angel Obando.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Fred Lynn, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. And a ground ball to first, into the outfield, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Here's the third baseman, Caleb Durbin. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. Wilyer Abreu getting ready to hit. Check swing, but he went too far. 0-1. On the ground to the left, and it goes just foul. The 0-2.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. The hitter has to understand, probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch, so got to stay ready for it.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. Puts it in for the out.
A little drop and drive on that swing. Backside collapsing just a little bit, trying to put the ball in the air.
Popped up. Infield fly called there. 2 outs, runners at first and second. Now here is Dustin Pedroia. Check swing went around. That's strike one. Smash to the left side. They take the force out. We're here at the WBC. Manager signals over. And how about this? The intentional walk signal to the leadoff hitter.
That's the ball.
Mungia on at first. Nobody out. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a foul out of play. Got him swinging for the kill. And that's 4 strikeouts. The batter, Chesler Cuthbert. Runner takes off. No throw, safe at second. And the tying run is now in scoring position. Swing and he popped it up. Pedroia has a beat on it. And there's 2 away.
Yeah, that was a wasted RBI opportunity, but a competitor like him, he is looking forward to making up for it in his next at-bat.
Melvin Novoa in the box, lays off for ball 1.
Wow, good luck catching up to that one.
Swings and misses. 1 and 2. Good eye in that spot. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. We're back to start the third, and there's a new arm on the mound, Steven Cruz.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Ground ball left side, and that's just foul. Got him swinging. For Story now. 1 for 1 so far today with a solo homer in his first at bat. Whacked out to center field. That's well struck. Way back there. It's got a chance. And caught on the warning track.
Man, he hammered that one to center. I thought it was out of here, but Wynn just absolutely killed it.
Ortiz,
Nope.
the
Ball
next to
1.
hit, takes ball 1. Oh, great stop. Throws from his knees. And that's a great. Last chance for the home team. So we get an intentional walk with no outs in the inning. Late swing, fouled off.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get in the scoring position.
This one in the air, center field. Lynn should have this one. Brings it in. One out man at first. Emmanuel Trujillo, the next to hit. Inside, just missed. Pitching change here, Luke Weaver.
I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. Now only 1 out remaining.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That
towards first. And that is the ball game. 1-0 the final. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.